1. Musical chairs. Materials needed: chairs, 1 less than the number of kids, music player with upbeat music. Instructions: arrange the chairs in a circle, facing outward. Ensure there's enough space around the circle for kids to walk around. Begin playing the music. The kids should walk or dance around the chairs in a circle. Pause the music abruptly at random intervals. When the music stops, all kids must immediately find a chair to sit on. There should be 1 child left standing each round. After each round, remove 1 chair from the circle. This continues until only 2 players and 1 chair remain. The last 2 players compete for the final chair. The winner is the last one sitting when the music stops. You can play multiple rounds depending on the number of kids and time available. 2. Pin the tail on the donkey. Materials needed: large picture of a donkey, blindfold, tail cutouts with double-sided tape or pins. Instructions: hang the picture of the donkey on a wall at a height that's reachable for the kids. Ensure there's enough space around for them to move, 1 by 1. Blindfold each child and gently spin them around a few times to disorient them. Optional for younger children. Give each child a tail with a piece of double-sided tape or a pin on the back. Guide them towards the donkey picture. Encourage the child to place the tail on the donkey while blindfolded. They can try to guess where the tail should go based on feeling. Once they've placed the tail, mark the spot with a marker or note who got closest. Each child takes a turn, and the winner is the one who pins the tail closest to the correct spot. 3. Treasure hunt. Materials needed: clues, written on paper, small treats or prizes for each child. Optional: a larger prize or treasure chest at the final location. Instructions: before the party, hide small treats or prizes around the party area. You can place them in easily accessible spots for younger children or more challenging places for older kids. Write clues that lead from one location to the next. For example, look where you keep your clothes warm could lead to a clue hidden near a fireplace or radiator. Give the first clue to the children. They must decipher the clue and find the hidden treat or the next clue. Each clue should lead them progressively closer to the final treasure. Make sure the difficulty of the clues matches the age group. The final clue should lead to a treasure chest or a larger prize hidden somewhere special. The kids can open it together or take turns finding the prize inside. Once the treasure is found, celebrate with the kids and distribute the treats or prizes they've collected. 4. Balloon pop. Materials needed: balloons, small prizes or slips of paper with prize names written on them, pins or a safe way for kids to pop balloons. Instructions: before the party, insert small prizes or slips of paper with prize names into the balloons. Inflate the balloons and tie them securely. Scatter the inflated balloons around the play area or keep them in a contained space like a large box or a room. Tell the kids that each balloon contains a prize or a note indicating a prize they will win. Allow each child to pick a balloon one at a time. Give each child a pin or another safe object to pop the balloon. Supervise closely to ensure safety. Once the balloon is popped, the child retrieves the prize or note and claims their prize. Continue until all the balloons are popped and prizes are claimed. 5. Obstacle course. Materials needed: various household items, tables, chairs, cushions, ropes, etc. Optional: stopwatch or timer. Instructions: arrange household items to create a challenging yet safe obstacle course. For example, crawl under a table, jump over cushions, walk along a rope laid on the ground, balance on a beam or piece of wood, navigate through a series of cones or markers. Next, walk the kids through the course explaining what they need to do at each obstacle. If desired, use a stopwatch to time each child as they go through the course. Encourage them to beat their own times rather than competing against each other. Let each child go through the course one at a time. Cheer them on and provide guidance as needed. Allow kids to go through the course multiple times if they enjoy it. You can rearrange the obstacles for variety. 6. Pass the parcel. Materials needed: a prize, wrapped in multiple layers of gift wrap. Music player. Instructions: wrap the prize in multiple layers of gift wrap. Each layer can have a small treat or note, but the main prize should be in the center. Have the kids sit in a circle. Begin playing the music. The kids should pass the parcel around the circle while the music plays. Pause the music at random intervals. The child holding the parcel when the music stops removes one layer of wrapping. Restart the music and continue passing the parcel. Repeat the process until all layers are unwrapped and the main prize is revealed. The child who unwraps the final layer wins the main prize. You can have additional small prizes for other kids to ensure everyone gets something. 7. Sack race. Materials needed. Large sacks or pillowcases, 1 per child. Start and finish lines, marked with tape or cones. Instructions. Mark the start and finish lines in the play area. Give each child a sack or pillowcase. Kids must stand inside the sacks, holding the top edges, and hop from the start line to the finish line. Line up the kids at the start line. On the count of 3, shout "Go!" and have them start hopping towards the finish line. The first child to cross the finish line wins. You can have multiple races and declare winners for each round. Ensure the area is clear of obstacles and supervise closely to prevent falls. 8. Craft station. Materials needed. Craft supplies, markers, stickers, glue, scissors, colored paper, glitter, etc. Items to decorate, party hats, masks, t-shirts, etc. Instructions. Arrange a table with all the craft supplies. Ensure there's enough space for kids to work comfortably. Tell the kids what they will be making or decorating, example, party hats, masks, t-shirts. Demonstrate how to use the supplies and give examples of what they can create. Allow the kids to use their imagination and decorate their items as they like. Provide assistance as needed. Once they finish, create a display area where they can show off their creations. 9. Dance freeze. Materials needed. Music player with upbeat music. Instructions. Tell the kids that they will dance while the music plays and must freeze in place when the music stops. Begin playing the music. Encourage the kids to dance freely and have fun. Stop the music at random intervals. The kids must freeze in place immediately when the music stops. Anyone still moving is out. Restart the music and repeat the process until only one child remains. The last child dancing is the winner. You can play multiple rounds if the kids are enjoying it. 10. Guess the number of candies. Materials needed. A jar filled with candies. Slips of paper and pencils. A small box or container for guesses. Instructions. Fill a jar with candies and make sure to count them before sealing the jar. Tell the kids to guess how many candies are in the jar. Each child should write their guess on a slip of paper and put it in the container. Allow each child to make one guess and collect all the slips of paper. After all guesses are in, reveal the actual number of candies in the jar. The child with the closest guess wins the jar of candies or a special prize. Consider having small consolation prizes for other participants. 11. Simon Says. No special materials needed. Instructions. Gather the kids and explain that they must follow commands only if they start with Simon Says. Begin by saying Simon Says followed by an action, example, Simon says touch your toes. The kids must perform the action. Occasionally give a command without saying Simon Says, e.g., jump up. Any child who performs the action is out. Keep giving commands, mixing in Simon Says and non-Simon Says actions. The game continues until only one child is left. That child is the winner. 12. Duck, duck, goose. No special materials needed. Instructions. Have the kids sit in a circle. Select one child to be the picker. The picker walks around the outside of the circle, gently tapping each child's head while saying duck. When the picker taps a child's head and says goose, that child must get up and chase the picker around the circle. The picker must run around the circle and try to sit in the empty spot before the goose tags them. If the picker sits down without being tagged, the goose becomes the new picker. If the goose tags the picker remains and tries again. 13. Hot potato. Materials needed. A soft ball or beanbag, the potato. Music player. Instructions. Tell the kids they will pass the potato around while music plays. When the music stops, the child holding the potato is out. Begin playing the music. The kids should pass the potato around the circle as quickly as possible. Pause the music at random intervals. The child holding the potato when the music stops is out. Restart the music and repeat the process until only one child remains. The last child remaining is the winner. You can play multiple rounds if the kids are enjoying it. 14. Limbo. Materials needed. A limbo stick, a broomstick or pool noodle works well. Music player. Instructions. Have two adults or taller kids hold the limbo stick horizontally. Start with the stick at a height that most kids can easily go under. Tell the kids they must lean back and walk under the limbo stick without touching it or falling. Play upbeat music and have the kids line up. One by one, they should try to go under the limbo stick. After each round, lower the limbo stick slightly and repeat the process. If a child touches the stick or falls, they are out. The game continues until only one child can successfully limbo under the stick. That child is the winner. 15. Egg and spoon race. Materials needed. Spoons, 1 per child. Small plastic or hard-boiled eggs, 1 per child. Instructions. Tell the kids they must balance an egg on a spoon and race to the finish line without dropping it. Have the kids line up at the start line, each holding a spoon with an egg. On the count of 3, shout go, and have them walk or run to the finish line while balancing the egg on the spoon. If a child drops their egg, they must pick it up and continue from where they dropped it. The first child to cross the finish line without dropping their egg wins. You can have multiple races and declare winners for each round. 16. Three-legged race. Materials needed. Ropes or fabric strips to tie legs together. Instructions. Divide the kids into pairs. Each pair stands side by side and ties their adjacent legs together with a rope or fabric strip. Tell the kids they must work together to walk or run to the finish line with their legs tied. Have the pairs line up at the start line. On the count of 3, shout go, and have the pairs race to the finish line. Encourage the pairs to coordinate their movements to avoid falling. The first pair to cross the finish line wins. You can have multiple races and declare winners for each round. 17. Fishing for prizes. Materials needed. Small toys or prizes. Magnetic fishing poles or sticks with string and a magnet attached. Small paper clips. Instructions. Attach a small paper clip to each prize and scatter them in a pond area, a large box or kiddie pool. Tell the kids they will use the fishing poles to catch prizes from the pond. Allow each child to take a turn fishing for a prize using the magnetic fishing pole. Once a child catches a prize, they can keep it. Continue until all the kids have had a turn and all prizes are caught. 18. Water balloon toss. Materials needed. Water balloons. Instructions. Prepare a large number of water balloons before the game starts. Divide the kids into pairs and give each pair a water balloon. Pairs stand facing each other and toss the balloon back and forth, taking a step back after each successful catch. Continue tossing the balloon and stepping back until the balloon breaks. The pair whose balloon breaks is out. The last pair with an unbroken balloon wins. 19. Ring toss. Materials needed. Rings can be made from rope or plastic, bottles or pegs. Instructions. Arrange bottles or pegs at varying distances. Give each child a set of rings. Kids must stand behind a line and toss the rings onto the bottles or pegs. Each child takes a turn tossing the rings. Award points for each successful ring toss. The child with the most points wins. 20. Beanbag toss. Materials needed. Bean bags. A target board with holes or a set of buckets. Instructions. Arrange the target board or buckets at different distances. Give each child a set number of bean bags. Kids must toss the bean bags into the holes or buckets from a marked line. Each child takes a turn tossing the bean bags. Award points for each successful toss. The child with the most points wins.